I've been in the business for almost 10 years now.
27 years.
30 years. 17 years.
I have been in the business 18 years.
I felt like it was time to get back down to the basics, and I wanted to enjoy the business better.
I'm just looking for ways to energize my sales and to come up with new ideas, new techniques that I can apply to be more productive, more efficient.
I wanted to get back to the basics and the strategies that I used to have when I first started in production.
The game is always won with perfecting the fundamentals. And so just coming and getting a really good, solid, formal instruction on the fundamentals, it's just been invaluable for me.
You know, it's funny, my parents started with Roger years and years ago, and they had constantly preached about the Sitkins program and the value they had gotten from it. And we grew it from a couple $100,000 agency to roughly about $10 or $11 million agency, and a lot of that was built off the principles and foundations that they got early on in their venture through the Sitkins program.
I think I'm getting more organized. I'm going to ask for referrals more. I'm going to organize my whole process of retaining and renewing my book of business.
There's a lot that I need to work on, and Roger certainly gives you the tools to do so. All the tools are there for you. It's on us to succeed now.
My main takeaways would be this business is not rocket science. We oftentimes make this business more difficult than it necessarily has to be. And by doing the basics, we can simplify things and thus enjoy this business.
My blinding flash of the obvious is, I think I'm good, but following Roger's program, I'm going to be great. And good is the enemy of great.
It seems to me that the number one takeaway is to take the best clients that are in our book of business and look to replicate them. Just look to take what we have that's very good and beneficial for our agency and go out and find more people that are like that and focus on a very specific target.
Roger takes the complex and makes it simple. The drilling of the fundamentals, the reminders of what we should be doing. Roger's been there, done that. And I think if anything that I'm going to learn from Roger, I'm going to be able to take and I'm going to be able to apply it relentlessly and succeed.
Well, the program, it moves quickly, so it's interesting. It doesn't get boring. It doesn't drag, and you get a lot of real-world examples that are very practical.
What I've liked best about the program is it really takes you back to the basics and to the root and what it takes to succeed. They're not things that we don't already know. It's just a good reminder. Too, on the back end, they give you a lot of the tools and resources to help those things, those basic blocking and tackling. They help that come to fruition with a lot of the tools that they provide.
I think it's allowed me to remove myself and get away from the stresses that are inherent to managing a firm and focus on the basics and all that is inherent to simplifying this. It's been very liberating doing that.
I love the energy, I like the networking, and I like the food.
I would say if you would like to have a financially rewarding career and a better work-life balance and better personal life, humble yourself and come down here to produce a fit.
My experience has been that it's worth the time and the investment, and it's a good way to maybe evaluate if what you're doing really makes sense and become more focused.
It's well worth it, absolutely. Come back to see Roger. It's sort of checking in with your doctor every year, but you walk out of here feeling much more energized. Well worth the price of admission.
If you have any inclination that you might need a reinforcement of the fundamentals or access to a professional of Roger's caliber that you can learn from, this is a really affordable way to get that information. And I think it's going to set you apart from the competition. You can't afford not to attend. That's really just the bottom line.
Come to Sitkins.